Hey guys, welcome to another one of my book reviews, and the book I'm reviewing today is World War Z by Max Brooks. Oh, and by the way, pardon my foos table. We're doing something in the garage and he had to move it here, so I guess. Anyway, yeah, this is World War Z, an oral history of the zombie war. It is a fiction book, right? Yeah, it's a fiction book. Of course it's a fiction book. There's no real such thing as zombies yet. It's a horror kind of fiction book thing. It's not really that scary though. But it's basically like interviews of people who had survived the zombie war. And so on the back it says, "We survived the zombie apocalypse. But how many of us are still haunted by that terrible, terrible time? We have temporarily defeated the living dead. But at what cost?" Told in the haunting and riveting voices of the men and women who witnessed the horror firsthand, World War Z is the only record of the plague years. Nice. Yeah, it's a great book. It's kind of scary. It is not that scary, but it might creep someone out, maybe a few people out. So, I only recommend this book if you're like a zombie horror kind of fan. Then you should get it. You should definitely get it. It's a great book. But if you hate zombies, don't get it. If you hate horror, I guess you could get it. Oh, the phone's ringing. Whatever. Yeah, number available. Okay, shut up. Number available. Anyway, it's like an interview kind of story. It is about, how many pages long is this? 342 pages. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 chapters, each having to do with a different section of the zombie war. It is a great book. Great book. I liked it. Really liked it. It's a good book, but the thing about it is sometimes it doesn't quite make sense sometimes, and other times it's not that believable, and other times it's just plain creepy. It really is. What I'm saying is that they got like some people being interviewed in this, and they're like, "Oh, I swam to the boat that rescued us all," or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. But something like that, that it was just like too exaggerated stuff that would, not that zombie is just too exaggerated. It is pretty exaggerated, but I guess if it's a fiction book, so it doesn't really matter for that. But some of the actions that would make it a little bit more believable, even though it's fiction, it should still be kind of believable, is that they do some impossible feats, some of the characters, and they say they do impossible feats. But, feats. I don't even know if that's the right term. Whatever. I don't really care. Yes, and they have a lot of language in here, so, yeah, I just read a bad word. So, you have a lot of language. So, at least teen, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so, well, I guess it's an interview. So I guess people who would actually tend to exaggerate, so scratch that last thing, it's actually a good thing. But I don't know if that was the main thing that Brooks was trying to come across, with people actually exaggerate about zombie crap that happened to them. But it's just so weird. Like, a lot of these, there's like for each interview there's a main character. So it's like a bunch of short stories having to do with one big significant war-like zombie thing. I'll even show you the art. You got like the zombie hands here, and a bunch of soldiers, and like the zombies attacking a soldier, and then the buildings blown up. Here, I'll show it to you. Can you see it? Can you? Oh, my hand, boy. There. You see it? You can sort of see the zombies attacking that soldier there. You got the zombie hand, and then you got the soldiers, and you got the building thing, and then the choppers, and the soldiers, and then I'm dodging it, and anyway, that was weird. But good book if you like zombies. If you don't like zombies, I would definitely not advise this. It's also not as cheap as most paperback books are. It's $14.95, and it is available as a Random House audiobook and an ebook. So if you don't want to get the book, you could just get the ebook. Just read it on there. I just like actually owning actual books. It's just I'm like that. That's how I roll. But yeah, it's a New York Times bestseller, and there's really not much more to talk about it because you guys sort of already told you the story. There's not that bad stuff much about it except for the exaggerations, and it's not that it's not that bad. It's a really good book. I would definitely advise it for people who like zombies. I give this book a whopping, well, not a whopping, but I give this book about an 8 out of 10. It's a good read. Give it a whirl. See you guys later. Stay tuned for my Halo Legends review, my Star Wars Death Troopers book review. I might review Pokemon Black and White, but not for a while, probably. Maybe a month or two later, because I don't really feel like reviewing any Pokemon games right now. And what else did I review that I promised? Oh, and Uncharted 2, I will review that as soon as possible. This is Shadow Maniac 2552 saying goodbye, and see you guys next time.